and welcome to Club 7 episode 2 of The Pilgrimage on FM24. I'm Jamie, and coming up on today's episode I'm going to slightly change what I'd originally planned to show you, and I'm going to bring you the home Premier League game against Watford. I'll then play Peterborough in the FA Cup off camera, and I'll bring you back for the first leg of our EFL Cup semi-final against Chelsea. So let's get straight into it, and the team to face Watford is coming up in just a moment. Okay, here is the team to face Watford, and it is Simon in goal. Back four is Carlos Roberto, Gomez, Sutalo and Gertruida. It's Bruno Guimaraes behind De Jong and Tonali in midfield. Breibels on the left, Echeverri on the right, Fati up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant is emphasising the fact that we are favourites and we should go out there and make sure they're left in, no doubt as to why. I think that's absolutely fine, so we'll pump the fists and agree with him. And let's get out into the tunnel. So I'm up against Watford's newly appointed manager, Gennaro Gattuso. How do I feel about my chances going up against an extremely experienced competitor? He's a terrific hire, and it'll be a tough game. What makes you so confident you're able to stick with your recent tactical approach despite a run of disappointing results? I'm confident because I work with the players every day. As Watford are the lowest scorers in the Premier League, you must consider Newcastle favourites to win. It's a chance for everyone to go out and make a real statement. Absolutely. So let's get out there and do exactly that and see if we can get ourselves back into the top half of the table and in contention for a place in Europe. So as always, we're going to wait the first 10 minutes out, and before that's even up, Gomez has a corner. It's played in, and the header from Carlos Roberto is just over the top of the crossbar, and the highlight comes to an end. So I'm going to wait for this highlight to end before I make any interventions. Sutalo plays in Tonali. He's gone past his man with ease, finds Breibels, who beats his man. Breibels gets to the byline and pulls it back, and Ansu Fati slams in his 7th of the season. And it is Newcastle United 1, Watford 0. And it is a Watford highlight. Loser to Kellyman. To Loser. To Adingra, who's given it straight to Gertruida. Sutalo plays it into midfield to Echeverri. Gertruida to Bruno Guimaraes, into De Jong. Back to Sutalo. We're up to halfway, finds Tonali, into Echeverri, and he pulls it back for Gertruida, into Guimaraes, onto De Jong, back to Gomez, finds Carlos Roberto on the left hand side, and he plays it back to Guimaraes, into Echeverri, who's turned his man and finds the corner of the net. And it's being credited as a Santiago Mourinho own goal. So it is Newcastle United 2, Watford 0. And that leaves us 9th in the table. Simon to Sutalo. Sutalo out to Guimaraes. Forward to Tonali. Into Echeverri. Back to Sutalo. He's looking for options. In the end, carries it forward himself and then finds Tonali, who gives it straight back. He returns it to Tonali, onto Echeverri. Gertruida to Tonali, to Sutalo. We have pushed up, but it is still Sutalo. And he's played it out to the right wing for Echeverri, who crosses. And Leandro Breibels at the far post applies the finish to put us 3-0 up with 17 minutes gone. This match should be as good as over. We're closing in on Brighton. If they go behind to Leeds, in fact no, Leeds would jump above us if they were to take the lead. So we are stuck in 10th. Gomez with the out-swinging corner, and the header is just wide. So focus is beginning to shift to half-time. Certainly on performance, I'm not going to take anybody off, but one or two players may be in need of a rest. Tickle to Mourinho, into Loser, back to Godfrey, to Loser, plays it back to Tickle, who launches it forward, and Gomez wins the header, finds De Jong, Tonali onto Echeverri, he's given it away, Hall to Mourinho, out to Loser, into Adingra, who plays the ball into Somerville, onto Kuol, Kellyman beats Dennis Simon, so Amari Kellyman cuts the deficit to 3-1. And we've got a minute of the first 45 remaining, plus whatever the referee decides to add on for stoppages, time wasting, etc. And we've given the ball away. Somerville into Kuol. Somerville again round the corner for Kuol. And Kuol's shot is saved, and we get it away. That should be half time, and it is 3-1 at the break, and we deserve the lead. So let's go give them some words of encouragement. Going well, capable of even better, and let's have a look at any potential changes. Certainly on performance, there's one I'm going to make, and that is Carlos Roberto, and I'll bring on Adam Connolly. And on fitness grounds, possibly De Jong might be the right one for maybe Mulan. I think probably Mulan is the right answer. So that's what I'm going to go with. And let's get out there for the second half and see if we can complete the job and get the 3 points. So, as always, first 10 minutes we'll just play a watching brief and see what's happening. And it is a Watford highlight. It's Hall with the left-footed in-swinging corner. It's headed away, only as far as Adingra, who gets the shot away, and it's gone straight through Dennis Simon. And it is 3-2. So Watford are right back in this now. Demand more. And let's get Josip Sotalo off. And we'll bring on Wanderson. I'm going to put Gertruida into centre-back. And in fact, I'm going to take Gertruida off and bring on Stransky. So we'll confirm that change. We've got just over the 15 minutes to go. Still holding on to a very slender lead. So we're going to demand more and try to get another goal before the end of the match. We'll go attacking. And we're into the 5 minutes of added time. And almost home and dry. Got just over a minute of it to go. And it is a Newcastle corner. It's Gomez with the left-footed outswinger. And the header is straight into the arms of Tickle. We've got around about 45 seconds remaining. Tickle bowls it out to Godfrey, who plays a ball out to Essig on the left-hand side. Wanderson's in to win it back. Echeverri pulls it back, and the shot hits the woodwork. I think it was the post. and Somerville brings it away, and that is full time. Newcastle United 3, Watford 2. I'll be back in a moment with the second match of today's episode. Okay, time now for the second match of today's episode and the first leg of our Carabao Cup semi-final against Chelsea. And the team that's going to go to Stamford Bridge and try and get us a result is Simon in goal. Back four is Wanderson, Gomez, Sutalo and Svoboda. It's Guimaraes behind De Jong and Tonali in midfield. Brables and Isak on the wings. And Ferguson up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant wants us to go out there and give our fans their money's worth. I'm going to point the finger and agree with him. And let's get out and see if we can get a result to bring back to St James's Park. So as always, first 10 minutes we'll just see how things go. And then beyond that, we'll react to whatever's happened. And 10 minutes is up and nothing's happened. So at this point, I think encourage. I don't want to demand more away from home yet. That's more for if we're behind. Badiashile to Mercado to Eaton. Plays it into Kabiru. Back to Fofana. It's given straight to Brables, who plays it through. Ferguson is in. And Evan Ferguson's got his 8th of the season. And his first goal for Newcastle since signing from Brighton. And the goal is confirmed by VAR. It is Chelsea 0, Newcastle 1. And Chelsea get us back underway. And the highlight is continuing. And they are straight back on the attack. Kabiru to Mercado into Enzo. And Omega's shot is over the top, but he's offside anyway. And as it stands, we are pretty comfortable at the moment in this one. So coming up to 35 minutes gone. Still leading by a goal to nil in the away leg. And we'll get to half time, hopefully, with the 1 goal lead intact. And then we can think about any tactical alterations we might want to make. Sutalo, square ball to Gomez. Plays it into Guimaraes. Back to Gomez. Plays it left to Wanderson. Into De Jong. Ball over the top for Ferguson. He's beaten the keeper to it. And Evan Ferguson's doubled our lead. And it is Chelsea 0, Newcastle United 2. And it's not even half time yet in the first leg. There we go. It is half time now. It is 2-0. Which maybe slightly flatters us. But things are going well. And I am going to take Svoboda off. Because it said he couldn't last the whole match. So we'll bring Carlos Roberto on. And I think that's probably the only one I want to make. Although that said, maybe I should take Isak off as well and bring on Echeverri. Just to protect Isak from himself. Because he does have a tendency to get injured. But as it stands, we're 2-0 up in the first leg. Away from home. So things really couldn't be going any better than they are at the minute. De Jong is rapidly tiring. I'm going to get him off. And we'll bring on Cockbill. I'm going to get Tonali off and bring on Gertruida. And I'm going to take Ferguson off and bring on Ansu Fati. And it's Bruno Guimaraes comes forward, plays it to Fati, who's into the penalty area, cuts it back, and Echeverry shoots, picks up the rebound himself, and he's been fouled there by Chilwell. So we've got a free kick out near the right hand corner flag. Gomez is going to take a left-footed in-swinging free kick to the far post. It's headed away. Cockbill will keep it in. Plays a square ball to Guimaraes, to Wanderson, and the highlight comes to an end. Into the final 15 minutes. We're out of substitutions. And we just need to see this last 10 minutes through now. And we'll have a nice healthy lead to take home for the second leg. Into the 4 minutes of added time. Still leading by 2-0. And it is going to be a Newcastle highlight to finish. Wanderson with the throw-in finds Cockbill. He plays it into the box, onto Brables, who can't hit the target. And the highlight comes to an end. There is the full-time whistle. Chelsea 0, Newcastle United 2. I'll be back in a moment to show you the Premier League table and tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, here is the Premier League table. Confirmation that with 20 games gone, we're in 10th place. 7 wins, 6 draws, 7 defeats, 27 points. 5 adrift of the qualification places for Europe. So still plenty to do on that front. But let's have a look now at when we're going to come back. And what I'm going to do, I'm only going to play one match off camera, which is the Premier League game away to Southampton. I'll then bring you back for the second leg of our EFL Cup semi-final against Chelsea, and then a reunion in the Premier League at home to my old club, Leeds United. And if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.